if character drives drama and voice drives character, what drives voice? And the answer is you're starting to get down to the nuts and bolts of your tool chest, which is the words, the individual words, and the way they are aligned in a sentence. Right? So I'll do the first one first, although typically I would try, with my students, I did it different ways in different years, but I would show the inseparability of these things. I'd show the questions of register and diction are also the questions of syntax and cadence and pacing. But the easy ones, the lowest level, is what is the register of that word? And, what does that word mean? And to answer those questions is far from trivial.
When you say the register of a word, what do you mean by that?
So linguists will talk about the levels of speech that people use. And sometimes you'll see 3, casual in the middle, formal above it, and, down and dirty, slangy at the bottom.
Sure, yeah.
And sometimes you'll see 4, you'll see different approaches to answering this question of, how register works. But when you think of the various ways that you can say, hand me that.
Right. Give me that.
Yeah.
Hey, will you please pass that?
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah. And there are a dozen more. I mean, there's no end actually to the ways that you can say that.
Yeah. I mean, you can literally just say, yo, and then point at it.
That's correct. That's correct. And you are performing a submit, you're requesting something specific that can be identified, but you're also sending signals beyond signals about who you are, about who you think the other person is, about the kinds of values that you want to manifest to the other person, about the kinds of values that you want to encourage or suppress in the other person. All of those come out of voice. And voice, again, is what words, how formal or informal are you going for in terms of your word choice? It would often be eye-opening to my students when I would come into class and I'd say, because you're speakers of English, you have a kind of built-in bilingualism. And they'd say, what do you mean by that? I say, for historical reasons, you have the possibility of drawing on 2 completely different histories and origins of words in order to create registral and color effects.
Are you talking about Latin and Anglo-Saxon?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you say I live in a mansion, right? Or if you say I live in a house, why does one sound more expensive than the other?
Right.
I mean, back all the way at the beginning, they were the same thing. Maison and, our English house were the same things. But, because the Normans came over to England and conquered the local English people and set themselves up in court, the Latinate through French words got a higher socioeconomic register.
Right.
And so immediately the words you use talk about your class.
Yep.
And when my students would make this realization, it was like, wow, I've got some power that I didn't have before. Maybe I could hear it in my ear when somebody's being snooty or somebody's trying to establish their street cred. But now that I know the actual rules for making that work, my ear becomes better, right? And the difference between freedom and liberty becomes more audible.
Right.
Right.